from knowing that your family is safe and financially secure. For your peace of mind and theirs, plan ahead. Beacon's Rest Easy policy helps you to do just that. Rest Easy is a policy that offers you a payment upon your death or the death of any covered family member that can be used to offset post-mortem expenses. For as little as 75 cents per day, you can ensure that your expenses are covered. Call Beacon at 440-4447 and sign up for the Rest Easy plan today.
Hey, yeah, just awaiting the arrival of the prodigal son. Let me just share. Alrighty, we are live. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, let me just give the guys a chance to come on into the room. Yeah, Jason should be here any minute. Says he's close. Yeah, I can't wait to call him out on his tardiness. Anywho's, come on into the room, guys. We got a good one for y'all today. I think I put the wrong headline. I don't think that's the topic he sent me. I got confused. He sent me one and then I got one from Kareem, and I think I did the one Kareem sent. So I'm gonna have to flip it up. Anyway, when he gets here. Good morning, Rita. Good morning, Marianne. Where are you guys today? There's this thing on Facebook. A lot of folks are saying now they don't get notifications just because they know at 11 they're inside the room that they come on in, but for some reason the notifications is taking a while before they get it. Sometimes 5 minutes into the program, notification just popping up for some people. I don't know why. Anyways, don't know what Mark's getting up to these days, but that's not something I'm feeling at all. You guys need to be here for the start. Rita, good morning again. Marian, good morning. Queen Bee, good to have you guys here. And don't forget, soon as you come on in, just hit the share button and he watch him. He coming and he moving like some kind of big shot, like strolling along as if, boy, I tell you. And them sort of wonder why we a woman a problem with man, eh? Watch, he come later and he outside. Listen, let me see if I could show you. No, you can't see. Listen, he's sanitizing and checking the temperature and everything, eh? Imagine that. Wow. Some people have a real take on the own and feel they all that, and they're so important. I mean, he late already and he's just strolling along like some kind of big shot, like he's some sort of VIP, Barack Obama, somebody, like, you know. Imagine this, late once and strolling along and sanitizing and all sort of, boy. And them sort of wonder why women a problem with man. Like, put some pep in your step. Chop. That is why we have issues with y'all, because it's like always on your timing. Why can't we? Oh, gosh. Good morning, Mr. Skeet.
Good morning. Is there any reason why you're sitting quarreling with yourself?
I do this every day, 3 hours. I mean, come on. And the beautiful thing about it is I get paid to do that, unlike people who do it for fun.
So you're comfortable just sitting down quarreling with yourself?
Yeah.
I hear you bad talking somebody just not talk about late and strolling. I mean, you make up a fictitious person and just start?
No, you are talking about?
No, man, you're crazy. You talk about me so?
It's 11:05. You were strolling along the corridor. I saw you strolling along, and then I saw you coming greeting everybody, and then I saw you sanitizing, and then you stroll across. The camera was on, looking at everything. I turned it around, and they saw you doing your do. I was not narrating what was going on. Look at him strolling along the corridor. Look at him sanitizing and chit-chatting. And
I am entering to a sphere where I have to learn to stop and meet and greet people and spend time with them and shake their hand and go to funerals and all of that stuff. So pardon the interruption.
And you wonder why we women have problems. It's just like
pardon
y'all
the interruption.
create problems for absolutely no reason. Deslin, good morning. Chemo, good morning. Marlin, Andrea, good morning. Claudian, good morning. Christelle, Sarana, BB, good morning, guys. Come on into the room. Hold on, let me see if I shared. Did I share? So,
You're hogging the camera for yourself. I ain't seen myself.
Oh, you want to see yourself?
Wait, I ain't seen myself.
the computer is not on you, so you wouldn't see yourself. It's on. It's in front of me.
Well, go ahead. I understand.
Since when you just come inside here and see yourself, if you want to see yourself, put on your phone and go on to power, and you're gonna see yourself. Just turn the volume down.
But I ain't see no camera facing
The camera is right there.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see. I didn't have on my glasses.
Jesus, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come.
I didn't have on my glasses.
And not as it is in heaven, give us this day our daily bread.
And don't forget the part where it say, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those. Don't forget that part. Don't stop daily bread. Don't stop at daily bread. Continue and forgive us our sins. But forgive us our sins with mathematical exactitude as we forgive others. That is what the prayer means. With the same degree. Don't stop at daily bread. Yeah. You want to cherry pick the Lord's Prayer? The right one you're dealing with here today. To cherry pick the Lord's Prayer. It's our daily bread. Continue. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Watch. Let me watch. Leave me alone this morning, you know. If you know a good way, leave me alone this morning, you know. You know what good for you. Better you pass your way straight. Go and tell them you don't see me.
What is the topic this morning, Jason? Listen, you just got here and I'm already sick and tired of you already. What is?
That's love.
What is the topic today? What are we talking about?
I want to compliment you on a photo I see on Facebook the other day. I just want to say you take some nice pictures.
Thank you.
You're very photogenic.
Thank you. What to me? I hear this early morning. No, he's just so extra. I don't know how. Listen. I don't know how his wife.
A man showing you admiration and things.
I commend Desiree for having to deal with this every day. Like, Desiree, you deserve all the commendation and praise in the world because I don't envy you having to deal with this every day. I swear. You deserve a Nobel Prize or something. You deserve to be knighted or crowned or something by the Queen. because having to deal with that every day.
Go ahead. Finish
That kind of remind me of, I got a topic from, it says, when a woman you've been with for 3 years suddenly becomes physically and verbally abusive, how would you handle it? And the one that Jason sent me was, why when a man makes money, he wants to look after his woman and give her the best? When a woman makes money, she suddenly does not need a man.
Help me here today, mother. Help me here today.
But isn't that... look, Desiree saying thanks. Look.
Yeah.
So I was not wrong at all.
No, that's all right.
Listen.
That's all right.
This.
That's my wife still. That's my wife still. I'm going home when I finish here. When I finish here, I'm going home. So you can say what you want. When I'm done here, I'm going home.
You're a smart man.
Yeah, crazy. When I'm done here, I'm going home.
So this is practically self-explanatory. I mean, why when a man makes money, he wants to look after this woman and give her the best? When a woman makes money, she suddenly does not need a man.
For the simple reason you was quarreling with yourself this morning.
What's the simple reason, Jason?
Selfishness.
How is that selfishness?
Yeah. Ego.
What is selfish about, okay, you could take care of yourself and do everything by yourself. By then, a man does not become a need, it's like a want.
Women only independent until it's time to change your head on the gas cylinder, you know.
I had to do by what? I had to learn to do that by force.
When it's time to change your head, when the gas done and you're cooking, especially if you have something in the oven, suddenly all independence gone through the door, you know. Phone start to ring, you're searching for everybody's phone number you have. You know?
Or if something wrong with your vehicle, you see a light come on under the dashboard.
Yeah. Crazy.
But my whole thing is, I wouldn't necessarily say she does not need a man. It's like, because to me, it should go either way. If you're working for more money than your woman or your husband or your man, I think it should be like, I mean, you help him up the same way, like when he was holding you down. So I'm not sure that is this general statement. That's a blanket statement. You can't cover that use every woman and cover them, because there are a lot of women who make more money. They're in a better position than who they're with, and they don't say they don't need a man. It's like, you help him up. You're able to do things, take care of things in the home. Take us on trips, on vacation.
The woman you talking about any minority? Well, you're drunk in?
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily important to...
Well, I mean, you're a Chinese, no? Well, I mean, Let me tell you something.
This thing have a point, but if you have real money and you could pay for services, you don't really need.
I know.
I mean,
yeah.
To be honest, I mean, like, no. I mean, then you could pay for services. You pay somebody to come and put on the gas head or change the gas head, or so it's not like a need at that point in time. But
when things bad, you need a man. Yeah, rent to pay. Like what? Aruna. I tell you, leave me alone this morning. I'm going about my business good, you know. I'm going about my business good. Let me tell you something. Nothing going on. You have a man. You want a man. You're good. Everything pretty. The man do so. The man fighting hard. Every $2 he make, of course, I want to give. That's my baby. I want to take.
$350 is yours.
Out of every $200 he make, he making sure and give you $350 out of it.
How is that possible to give you more than
that's
what
the
you're
point.
making?
That's the point. He gives more of himself. You understand? He gives more of himself. But when the woman do so now, when the woman do so now and she do so and she do and she has she job and she think, and from the minute time the man fret her, from the minute time they have a minute argument, a minuscule argument. Me, I tell you, I don't need no man, you know. I could that does happen.
But sometimes the man broke and you telling him that same way.
That does happen.
You have a lot of man that broken.
Don't come with no sometimes. We dealing with a specific scenario here now. Don't twist and turn nothing. We dealing with a specific scenario here now. A specific scenario. And I ain't painting all people bad. I hear people, I ain't painting everybody bad. I'm just saying generally, that is the situation. I've seen it. Aruna, let me ask you something. I called Aruna the other day. I called Aruna the other day. I say, I talked. I say, what going on with you? And so. I see this, that. I was commenting her.
What was my response?
Well, me? Well, I'm big enough. I'm not living by no man. I'm independent. I have my own days. I say, hey, popo. We ain't reach all day yet, popo. Hold on. You understand?
Well, the road you were going down, I had to stop you before you go down the road. I didn't want you to waste time and go down the road, so I stopped you in the middle of the road and let you know what's going on down there. So don't waste time and go down.
Where that come from? Why saying those things became important? It is not important. That's the point. But you all continue to make a point out of it.
I had to remind you that I live, according to a friend of mine, I lives by me.
I ain't living by all you. Suddenly all you like Lava Man song. I ain't living by all you. But the point I'm making is you all continue to try and make that some position of significance, of importance.
I just reminded you,
when we don't
I have my own vehicle key and I have my own house key. And
And
nobody can have to tell me go up more in the night.
And you don't need no this and you don't need no that.
Nobody can have to tell me to go up more or sleeping bad or whatever. Nobody says go up more. My bed is big enough. I had to remind you based on the questions you're asking.
Aruna, I think that is just being selfish.
How is that selfish, though?
Yes.
What is selfish about it?
Share your prosperity. Don't discriminate.
But I don't have a problem with that, and I said that. I mean, if we together, right, and for some reason I'm in a better position than you financially, probably have a better job, better paying job, or probably win a lotto or win a different story, but still. If
You're listening to yourself? No.
Why my stool keep going down?
No. You know why your stool going down? It's fall, you go fall. God, you start off with a prayer. God will start to punish you. Just know you go reach right down on the floor.
Why is the stool going down by itself?
Just know you go reach right down on the floor. It's punishment that coming there. There is a warning. Before God moves, he sends a warning. There is a warning. He's trying to tell you you have four that you could go down.
My stool just start going down by
Sort out yourself. That's what he's trying to tell you there. It's still going down.
Suddenly
the hydraulics in the stool ain't working. Suddenly the hydraulics in the stool ain't working. Aruna, let me tell all you something.
But it's not fair, Jason, to paint everyone. I'm sure there's a lot of men who could stand up and say, listen, they have women, very supportive women. If they have the woman have $1, they're going to give them 50 cents. There's a lot of men who can say that. And there are some again who would say, well, they never see inside, they never see their woman dip their hand in their purse since they've been together. I mean, that depends on the relationship you have and what you've established from the beginning. You know, a lot of men that's come with this sort of, like, sometimes they don't even have it, but they figure they have to impress a person.
No, I want to stand.
And they'll come up. Do what you want to do.
Because
They come with this sort of impression and like start to want to spend bit money they don't have, they want to bring you places they know they can't afford, want to buy you things they know they can't. You know, a lot of men figure, their way to a woman's heart is buying them stuff and creating an impression and saying, hey,
men
get
generally want to uplift women. Watch me.
But
you and your girlfriend going down, right? All you're good, everything good, all the thing. You do so. You turn and say, you know something, babes? Instead of having to bring you everywhere, but I go and get your license. So you do so. You start to teach her to drive. You take it. You're looking down the road. You teach her to drive. She do so. She drive. When you do so, she gets she license. She start to use the car. You realize now you have a next problem, because when you want to move left, she had to move right, and the thing and the force and the thing back and I start with the car. You do so. You say, right, baby, look, I sort out. You go. You buy a little piece of car. But here you buy a little piece of car. But here what you do with the little piece of car?
You keep that one.
You keep the little piece of car and you get it, and suddenly one little piece of vexatiousness. What, you see me? I have my vehicle like a go. I like to. I know.
Calling you, tell them you're on air. Good morning, single.
I know. All it doesn't share the prosperity. All it doesn't share the wealth, the accumulative wealth. It is supposed to be shared. It's not there to just hold on and come on.
Mothers always say you have to hold something on the side, and you're not supposed to let men know how much you have and how much you don't have. You're supposed to always, if they give you $500 for grocery, you're supposed to put away $2 for yourself.
Somebody says they like to make big voos. That's what we're talking about, big voos.
I think old people always used to say that. If they give you $500, you hold a $200 on the side and put it away for a rainy day. You don't spend all $500 because he was given for that reason. So I'm saying that if you're in a relationship, it goes both ways. Sometimes the man wants to take you out every day. You can say, nah, let me cook and create your own like a vibe home, light a little candle or whatever. Let me cook this time instead of going and spend all, that money to eat out. Let us do something home. We could do it together and make it more enjoyable. It all depends on who you're dealing with. But y'all want to deal with little children, and then you want to have mature relationships, but you're dealing with children.
We're not speaking about the minority here, because my wife is not like that. We're not speaking about the minority.
We already know your wife is different.
Yes.
We've established that.
Yes.
Right? And today's how many days now? Still I get my sweetbread, but that's another story. But nevertheless, men complain that, women want to be independent. We want to do this. When you kick back and play damsel in distress and tell you, okay, we'll handle it, is a problem. What exactly is this?
That is not true. That is not true. Any man I know, Aruna, would love the engagement of the damsel in distress. As a matter of fact, that is where the phrase itself came from. The word damsel and distress. If you taste a damsel,
sour.
But it's a sweet sourness. There's a sweet sourness. The irony of a damsel is what it is. It's bittersweet. It's a sweet sourness. You understand? So every man, that is it. But you're crazy,
so
damsel.
Jason is right. Change cylinder and kill cockroach.
Yeah.
Hold on. What's this person here saying?
I know you have some women, they're bad until they see Congo.
Good morning. Jason, you get a nutmeg award today. Trust me.
Aye.
You're so right and so truthful about that.
Amen.
I don't know.
Amen.
It's like, I think it's, I don't know, I think it's nature, Well, I shouldn't say nature, but I think a lot of females get very, very swell-headed when they start to make money. And yeah, it's just, you said it all. It's true. It's really, really true. I mean, there's a small minority that might, look at the whole situation or deal with it differently, but a lot of them, and don't get me wrong, and I know I might get bashed for saying that, but especially, and I'm saying it, our own kind of females. Thank you. Have a good day.
That's all to go behind white women because they're more subservient and submissive and like playing that role.
No. The word you're looking for is appreciative.
Oh wow! So our kind ain't
No. The word you're looking for there, that word that you've been searching for there desperately, is appreciative.
We are appreciative. I would not call it swell-headed. I think
Appreciative until you have our money.
it's not swell-headed. From a woman's perspective, after, especially if you have other female friends and you see how they are, it's like after you grow up and seeing, certain things, and you're in a position now where you could take care of yourself. It's like, it's not swell-headed. To me, it's like a sense of pride, being able to handle your own scene. Like I said, having your own two keys and not depending on a person.
Yeah, but you don't have to throw it in people's face.
But I'll just throw it back in your face.
You don't have to gallery yourself with it. You don't have to gallivant yourself with it.
You leave, go shack up with man. Next thing, this is my place. You can't do that and that in my place. You can't come in so and so time in my place. Get out like a drive in the vehicle. Don't put your foot up on my dashboard. Don't do this. Don't do that.
A man will never tell you, man, don't put a foot on the dashboard. Never. As a matter
I
of
could
fact,
give you a story.
hold on.
I can give you a story
you,
where
you had one unfortunate
Not me.
accident, if that is the
Not
case.
me. Nobody
But
can tell me take
But
my
let me
foot.
tell you something. No man I knew.
That is why I went.
Hold on, let me finish this because this is a powerful statement you make here. No man that I know on God's earth will tell a woman, or a woman you will take your foot off the dash. As a matter of fact,
It was
most
said.
men feel that the purpose of the dashboard. Anyhow, go ahead, because go ahead.
Listen, that is one of the reasons I
Crazy.
took myself and learned to drive speedily. One, when I want to go somewhere, I don't want to be on your time and having to wait, or you have to check your fellas and them first, and you have to bring who, thinking me and you going on. Next thing I see you come with 3 men in the back, and you have to go and drop them off after, and so it was, I want to be on my own timing. If I want to get to a certain place, if I feel like going, time for me to leave.
You get
It's
bright.
nothing to do with
No,
bright.
you
It's
get bright.
elevating yourself
No, you get
from
bright.
one place to a next.
You get bright.
Oh, I get bright because I
get
want to be in a blast and sitting on piece of sponge and jamming in the corner and the iron poking below the bus. Why is that bright?
You get bright.
You know, that was when I lived in Grenville. You think it's easy to go over the hills and in a blast and you sit down on the corner and you jam on the little piece of sponge on the board, like a board seat that the bus incoming. That they build and jam on the corner there to hog in that little corner there for the whole ride because you're small. So they push you in that. They think it's easy to do that every day, Monday to Friday, up and down.
We ain't talking about that.
I'm telling you some of the reasons why women figure it is necessary to be their own boss,
And
maybe
that-
earn their own
right. And
things,
that might
have
be
what
so,
they
but
have.
That might be so, but we ain't talking about that. We're talking about when only with a man. And the man struggling hard to give everything you want. As soon as you get a piece of money, you want to gallery yourself and dingle yourself on him. That's what we're talking. We ain't talking about your struggles to gain what you have. We ain't talking about
It's
that.
called independence, not bright. Someone
We support that.
Regis says it is the attitude that comes with some women being independent. The head get big and heavy, so the shoulders get weak. You can say what you want, yes?
Watch me, man. You get bright.
How is that bright? Wanting to have your own and not depend on another person,
Aruna,
because
we
and
not-
I would tell
We're
every
speaking about
woman.
we're speaking in two different contexts here, you know. We as men don't have no problem with women elevating themselves.
You sure?
No, we don't.
No,
have
a
problem
lot
with
of
that.
men have a
The
problem with them. Women.
The problem we have is when
Ego,
all they started
Jason.
is when all they started throwing in face and started gallery all this stuff. That's the problem we just have.
Jason, maybe not you, but there's a lot of men who have a problem with their women being in a better position than them. Their egos, they can't deal with it because as a man, you're thinking you're supposed to be in a better position.
No.
you're able to do this,
Men
do
don't have no
that.
problem with that. Men don't have no problem with that. What men have a problem with is when that happens, the attitude of the woman towards the man. That's what we have a problem with. We don't have a problem with women doing more and getting more and being more successful.
Say some.
No, generally, we don't have a problem with
So
that.
then if that's the case, why do men say to you, oh, you buy vehicle, now you get bright?
The exact topic of discussion is the exact topic of this is when a man do so and a man struggling and he do so and he giving a woman everything. He work for $2, but he could give her 3. He trying hard. Everything is for you, baby. Everything is for you, baby. You honey, you love you, honey bunch. But as soon as she do so and she get her money, suddenly she realize she don't need no man.
That is not true.
She realize she don't need no man.
That is
the problem
not
is we
true.
don't have a problem with women. We generally men don't have a problem with women being successful and elevating themselves. We like that. As a matter of fact, most men will tell you when they walk the road, they like to see a woman who's independent. They want to see that. You understand what I'm saying? But the
Men
problem
who
is
are-
when you start to throw it in the face, that is the problem.
Someone says this: men who are intimidated by independent women are ruled by their egos. Hold on. Let me see. This whole notion that as soon as a woman starts to make moves, elevate herself and raise her standards, she get bright is nonsense. The male ego is a stumbling block for both genders.
See, you're missing the point. You're leading people down a wrong
Why
road.
leading down what
You're
road?
leading people down a wrong road. That is not what we're discussing. We don't have a problem with the woman being successful. We want all to be
But
successful.
all you that say, when a woman make money, she suddenly don't need a man, and we as women are saying that is not true. So
Because
what do you want us to do?
that's all it was say. Hear what I say this morning. Hear what I say.
What?
I work in for my own money. I have my own place. I have my own keys.
That's not what I said
have
this
my own
morning.
thing.
That's what I said to you when you called me about something.
Right.
And I reminded you that I am grown enough to do such and
But
likewise
I
because
call it a compliment you. You didn't tell you forgot to tell people I call it a compliment you on something that you forget. I call it a compliment you. I ain't call it a bash you or nothing. No. Me and you had a listen for the benefit of those of you who don't know.
I think what happens is most times is that women tends to forget where they came from. Yes, beautiful creatures, and when we love them to all. But sometimes a bit of appreciation goes a long way. They always want the men to compliment them, but when it comes in terms of the woman complimenting that man, it don't happen. Most times you don't have that. And yes, women are very much selfish.
Okay. All right, well, ladies, like we paddling up a stream. They say we selfish and we're not appreciative. We don't do that enough.
Listen, and I'm seeing it again for the avoidance of doubt. Yeah, let me try and use some politically correct terms here now. For the avoidance of doubt, us men have no problem with women elevating themselves. We want that. We enjoy seeing that. We love that about women. We love women who are go-getters, who don't sit down and wait. You understand? Who don't sit down and wait for things to happen. They're not thermometers, they're thermostats. We like women who are thermostats. You understand? They make the temperature happen. They don't sit down and enjoy the temperature. They make it. You understand what I'm saying? So, but we are saying that generally, when a man goes through all of that to make sure and help and make sure and plays his role as a man to ensure that his woman is successful, from the minute time, most women, from the minute time they reach that success and they have a little discrepancy in the relationship, it suddenly becomes they don't need a man. It suddenly becomes they don't need a man, and we are saying that has to stop.
I can't speak for my sisters if they, for whatever reason, they decide they don't need a man, and they probably want and need is two different things. Eh? I need oxygen, right? That is so. If a woman decides what is important to her, now I can't fault her if she decide, okay, I'm able to handle my scene. I don't really need I want you, but I don't need you. Why should I be offended or feel a type of way or get bright if I decide I don't need you're not on the same level as oxygen in my life? If you're not on the same level of oxygen in my life,
I hope you just go back and listen to it. You know?
Yeah, I do. I'm just saying. I didn't say I'm speaking about myself. I said I'm speaking on my sisters. If a woman decides that if she's at a certain place in her life and a gentleman is not a need, but it's a want, satisfy her urges, whatever, and she don't think she needs to have family and man need to be in she for 24/7, that is on her. Every woman don't feel the same. Other women think they need a man to support, to love, to whatever reasons you have for a man in your life. That is on you. But this is a blanket statement. Every woman don't feel that way. There are lots of women who are in a position to help their men, who are earning more than their men, and they step up and do same. And I mean,
we speaking about the woman who just do exactly what I just explained. Is what we speaking about.
So say some. You're generalizing and we don't like that. Say some. Okay? Why when some women make money, she suddenly don't need a man?
I have no problem with saying that either.
Right.
But the issue remains the same. The issue remains the same. Paraphrase it however you want. Build a wall around it, but the issue remains
But
the
Jason
same.
is self-explanatory. We debated something that explains itself, you know. Yeah. She makes money, so she don't need a man. So how much more we had to break it down?
Suddenly.
I mean, how much more we had to break it down?
I'm a phone. I hope it's not my wife that call me with all this thing here. Next thing I can't go home.
Your wife on the live. She following along, not her.
Next thing,
Whoever calling you, tell them to stop.
next thing I can't go home later. Next thing, problems.
Someone says, Zingo says, Jason boy, we can't have a problem. Hold on. Zingo says you can't have a problem with women elevating themselves after we are the ones who make sure that they became successful.
What's that?
Sometimes it has nothing to do with y'all, no contribution, just the will, sheer will, determination, and drive on her part with no support from you. Not that all the time. There are very supportive men, and then there are men who don't support. We have to look at it both ways. Whilst there are very supportive women, and there are women who are not supportive. All right? Probably made sacrifices, took herself to put herself in school, got her degrees, whatever, by herself.
Let me ask you something.
Still paying that student loan by herself.
So let me ask you something.
So if she feels she makes all those sacrifices by herself and a man walls into her life and she don't need them, I can't fault her if she's the one who made and knows what she wants and where she's at. That's on her.
Yeah, one M does replace another. Money does replace man suddenly. Anyhow, what I'm saying is this, right? So based on, and we wouldn't divulge the nature of the conversation, but based on the conversation that we had the other day, what do you think would have been the most appropriate thing to say as opposed to saying you hire this, you hire that?
I like this comment here. Someone says the context Mr. Skeet is speaking of is termed as a woman in her masculine energies, not just bright, which is a local term. Confrontation is a masculine trait. This is currently a movement called Red Pill and is very much a cultural issue between black men and women primarily. I could agree with that because I know I have that trait, a masculine trait.
Lord have mercy, Father in heaven.
Just saying, I know my faults. People don't need to tell me my faults. I know my faults, and I know I have a really strong masculine energy, and it takes a lot to deal with me because I see what's on my mind. I tell you how I feel at all times. If you don't like it, well, oh well. It's not meant to be confrontational, but if that's how you receive it, then ain't nothing I can do. I'm not responsible for how you receive.
Go back to the question I asked you. What do you think, looking at it now in hindsight, they say hindsight of 2020 vision, what do you think would have been the most appropriate statement?
Most appropriate statement for what?
Based on the conversation that we had, what do you think would have been the most appropriate response?
The response remained the same.
Whatever happened to thank you? What happened to a pleasant thank you?
It's after
or I appreciate your this or why happened to that?
After I told you about my keys, is that you tell me the reason why you called me, is after the fact, not before. After, So look at the way some women hold the fort down until a man gets a job, a good paying job. Then boom, he thinks he can have plenty woman. Hey, I didn't want to go there, but
we ain't discussing that. There's no topic of discussion here. We ain't discussing that. The ratio right now is 10-1, and then by the time you calculate those who in one, those who up the hill, those who ting, the ratio just got it increased to about 15-1 right now. And then you have people. I mean, come on, we ain't going there.
So, what is today's takeaway? What it is you men want from women, if they're in a position to do better?
A more appreciative tone, a more appreciative attitude, right? And not so much masculine energy. You understand? We don't need to know what you have and what.
A bad trait.
You ask me a question, Popo, I answer in you.
Okay, go ahead.
You understand? We don't need to know all the. Well, I have my own keys and I have my own this and I own that. We know that. As a matter of fact, we help you in the acquisition of it. We know that. We assisted you willingly in the acquisition of such.
And what if you didn't?
And even if we didn't, then so what? Somebody else did, be it male or female. But that is not. We're saying that is not. That shouldn't be your bandana, your banner to us. That shouldn't be your flag. You understand what I'm saying? Your flag should be appreciative. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yes, ding. I mean, come on. You see a woman walking the road, you tell her, hey, let me tell you something. That yellow top fits you nicely. Yes, I know. Are you buy it? No. Is my money? No, we didn't. We don't need to know that. Just a simple thank you, and say, oh, you know what? You look nice too. Come on. Why can't we all just
My man tell me that already.
get along? Say that again.
My man tell me that already.
Right. Yeah.
No, we could be off sometimes, eh? I'm not
What?
gonna lie, we could be off sometimes. Like,
Crazy.
but the thing is, women these days, it just seems like we always have to be in defense mode because we don't know what, and because it's just like seems like a lot is always constantly coming at you. So you're always in defense mode, and sometimes it's not even warranted. But you just feel, you know what, like you're being.
When you say a lot coming at you, what do you mean? Women dress in a certain way for a lot to come at them. That is the nature of the woman. The woman. Oh, come on, Aruna, you
I'm
for
not
yourself.
talking about that. I'm talking about generally.
Just
like,
generally,
stuff
yes.
happens. Like you deal with a lot every day, and
Yes.
you're in defense mode. So
For what?
Even Jason,
For what?
y'all not easy to deal with, you know. As
Just
much as
come
all
on.
the talk about women
For
hard to deal
what?
with, y'all. And if y'all really sit and think sometimes, boy, I was putting a woman under real pressure, you know. I need to stop. I need to do better. Y'all ever do that? Men ever do that? Especially if a woman that comes to you crying and complaining every day about certain things she'd like you to change and fix so we could, you know, move on to the next level and have a happy relationship. Y'all ever sit sometimes and say, nah, boy, that woman is a good woman to me, but I just put her under real stress. Let me try. Let me try and do better.
Most men
Men
does
do
do
that?
that. Most men does do that. 99%
But
of men.
well, you
does
just
do
talk
that.
to yourself, but you don't really act on it.
Most men does do that. Women, however, have a problem with talking to themselves, especially when they're wrong. When was the last time you tell somebody sorry?
A couple days ago.
Meaningfully or sarcastically?
No, meaningfully. No, I don't have a problem admitting when I'm wrong about something. You know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm gonna tell you I'm sorry.
So you was
And
right.
there's no but about it. I'm sorry.
So
in
you
the
was,
end.
you was right for how you responded to me the other day.
So.
Were you right for how you responded to me the
and
other
that
day?
comes back again to the defense.
Were you right for how you responded
There's
to me the
no
other
right
day?
and wrong in that. I did in my
Jesus,
place.
Father
I did in my
heaven.
own place. There was no right or wrong about it. I just let you know I was in my place.
Just remember the line after daily bread. Just remember the line after daily bread. Just remember the line after daily bread.
Listen.
And forgive us.
Men are being raised in the feminine as well, which is why I said cultural. Well, we got masculine and we got feminine energy. A lot of men have feminine energy and a lot of women have masculine energy. Just need to know, strike a balance and know which one you're using and which one,
I here to defend the male species.
and which one.
I here to defend the male species against the condemnation and wickedness that people do to us. I am here to defend the male species
Thank you very much.
by
Got it.
any means necessary at any cost.
According to the men, you did a good job. According to the women, no.
That is okay. Once the men say I did a good job, I've represented.
Whatever. Anyways, thank you so much for your time. Appreciated. Cannot say I did not thank you and I did not mean it. And I don't have appreciation. All right?
What you was quarreling for?
So,
You're still vexed at walking 3 minutes late? You're still
5 minutes late.
You're still vexed at, no, according to your watch.
It's 5 minutes late, Jason.
You're still vexed and you're quarreling for yourself. I have to sanitize, I have to take my hand, I have to pay. Well, you're vexed. I'm following the protocols.
Have a fantastic Wednesday. I thank you very much. Looking to see you again soon. Be well. All right?
God bless you.
Thank you. Folks, that's all the time we got. We'll be back tomorrow with another ladies' room. Thanks so much for your... I'm dying. I gotta go back and read these comments. Thanks so much, guys. Catch us again tomorrow for another one, final one for the week. All compliments our friends at Beacon Insurance and Western Union.
Ladies Room comes to you compliments of Beacon Insurance. Insurance is a promise to pay.